Okay.
Hi everyone, I am here at the Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today we're reading Matthew chapter 15, verse 29 through chapter 16, verse 12, Psalm 20, and Proverbs chapter 4, verses 20 through 27. Okay, so in Matthew today we'll be talking about Jesus feeds the 4,000, the demand for a sign, the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Alright, so let's begin. Jesus left there and went along the Sea of Galilee. Then he went up on a mountainside and sat down. Great crowds came to him, bringing the lame, the blind, the crippled, the mute, and many others, and laid them at his feet, and he healed them. Can you turn that fan off? Forgot to turn the fan off. I know it's loud. I'm sorry. The people were amazed when they saw.
Here's your frozen water.
Thank you. I love the frozen water. When they saw the mute speaking, the crippled made well, the lame walking, and the blind seeing. And they praised the God of Israel. Jesus called his disciples to him and said, I have compassion for these people. They have already been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. I do not want to send them away hungry, or they may collapse on the way. His disciples answered, Where could we get enough bread in this remote place to feed such a crowd? How many loaves do you have? Jesus asked. 7, they replied, and a few small fish. You think they would remember when Jesus fed the 5,000, what Jesus had done. He told the crowd to sit down on the ground. Then he took the 7 loaves and the fish, and when he had given thanks, he broke them and gave them to the disciples, and they in turn to the people. They all ate and were satisfied. Afterward, the disciples picked up 7 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. The number of those who ate was 4,000 men, besides women and children. After Jesus had sent the crowd away, he got into the boat and went to the vicinity of Magadan. The Pharisees and the Sadducees came to Jesus and tested him by asking him to show them a sign from heaven. He replied, When evening comes, you say, it will be fair weather. The sky is red. And in the morning, today it will be stormy, for the sky is red and overcast. You know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. A wicked and adulterous generation looks for a sign, but none will be given it except the sign of Jonah. Jesus then left them and went away. When they went across the lake, the disciple forgot to take bread. Be careful, Jesus said to them. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. The disciples didn't understand what he meant. He was talking about, their teachings and their ways, the Pharisees and the Sadducees' ways. But the disciples literally thought they were talking about their bread. They discussed this among themselves and said, It is because we didn't bring any bread. Aware of their discussion, Jesus asked, You of little faith, why are you talking among yourselves about having no bread? Do you still not understand? Don't you remember the 5 loaves for the 5,000 and how many basketfuls you gathered? Or the 7 loaves for the 4,000 and how many basketfuls you gathered? How is it you don't understand? that I was not talking to you about bread. But be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Then they understood that he was not telling them to guard against the yeast used in bread, but against the teaching of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. And that is where we'll stop with Matthew today. Alright, now Psalm 20. It has 9 verses. It is for the director of music, a psalm of David. May the Lord answer you when you are in distress. May the name of the God of Jacob protect you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and grant you support from Zion. May he remember all your sacrifices and accept your burnt offerings. May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed. May we shout for joy over your victory and lift up our banners in the name of our God. May the Lord grant all your requests. Now this I know. The Lord gives victory to his anointed. He answers him from his heavenly sanctuary. With the victorious power of his right hand, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. They are brought to their knees and fall, but we rise up and stand firm. Lord, give victory to the King. Answer us when we call. And that was Psalm 20 for the director of music, a psalm of David. All right, and now we are going to read Proverbs Chapter 4, verses 20 through 27. My son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to one's whole body. Above all else, guard your heart. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Keep your foot from evil. And that was Proverbs Chapter 4, verses 20 through 27. Okay guys, that was our Bible reading. I hope it touched your hearts. Okay, so let me get the prayer requests out. Alright, they remain the same, unfortunately. Alright, please keep the following people in prayer. Rhonda Karshner, Sherm, Cindy and Jim Welsh, Layla and her son Emil, Abby Myers, Jimmy Myers, Danette Rager, Dora Carper, Elizabeth Jeffries, Lonnie Doles, I'm going to say the other one last, Dean Denny. He's home now from the hospital. He's got leukemia. They let him come home from the hospital though. Claire Dempsey, Evan Dempsey, Chris Caldwell, Jason Dempsey, Carl and Julie Betts, Wendy and Jason White. I'm going to do theirs last because I wanted to give you their GoFundMe address again. It's on GoFundMe.com. It's under accidents and emergencies. They had a house fire. Their house burnt down. The title of it is Jason and Wendy White Lost Home to house fire. And it's got their picture on it. It is by Lacey Bishop. It's a picture of Wendy. She's got dark hair and glasses, and her husband's standing there behind her. Okay, and please keep Betty Graham's family in your prayers and the Burt family in your prayers. They both have lost loved ones. Okay. So that is it for our Bible reading, guys. I hope it touched your hearts. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye, guys. God bless.